What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday. It's like 2 p.m. I'm making myself a really late lunch a really late breakfast because I just got back from the gym. And as you guys know, I usually work out like really early in the morning. So my schedule's kind of all thrown off. But that all to say, I really want to film this video because I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys about like how I manage my physical health, my gym routine, what I eat typically in a day and all that stuff. And for me, I think that all of that stuff plays a really big role in how I feel energetically and just my mental health. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys some things that I like to do to manage my physical health. And again, we're just going to talk about how it all is connected because it very much is. So as far as like what I eat, typically in the mornings, if you guys watch my vlogs, y'all probably know by now, I eat 2 breakfasts. So I usually will wake up, I'll have like a small breakfast, something kind of light to like fill my stomach before I go to the gym. And then I'll go to the gym and then I will eat something right afterwards, like something a little bit bigger with like more protein to kind of like hit my macros. So usually my first breakfast, I'll have yogurt and berries, or I'll do some overnight oats, or I'll do like some cereal, just something very light. Usually I like cold foods in the morning, like when I first wake up, I don't know why. And then when I get back from the gym, I will usually have my bigger breakfast. So I'll have something like bagels or some oatmeal or like some sausage. Back when I was vegetarian, I would have like vegetarian sausage or some like tofu scramble. Now I'll have something like turkey bacon. So today we're gonna be making some turkey bacon and some avocado toast on a gluten-free bagel. So currently right now, sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but currently I'm eating my diet. It's not really a diet, but I'm trying to cut out gluten, dairy, and sugar as much as I can just because my skin has been going crazy. If you guys watch my vlogs, you guys know. So I'm currently trying to eat a diet that's very anti-inflammatory. Yeah, everything that I'm gonna be eating for the most part today is gonna be gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's gonna be as low on sugar as possible. So yeah, let's go ahead and make our second breakfast because I am starving. While I'm making my breakfast, I kind of want to talk to you guys about my philosophy behind working out and going to the gym and all that stuff. So for me, I've been athletic like my entire life. I feel like it's important for me to preface this with that because not everyone has like a natural motivation to be working out and going to the gym, and I totally understand that. But for me, because I've been doing sports my entire life, like it feels very natural to have something that I'm doing to like put my physical energy into. And for me, the way I look at it is like everything is energy. I talk about this a lot on my channel. Anything that you're doing is typically anything that you're doing, you're alchemizing your energy. When you're expressing yourself creatively, when you're talking to people, everything that you do pretty much is an exchange of energy. And for me, going to the gym, especially weightlifting, is a way that I like to alchemize and therefore transmute my energy in a positive way. So for me, I'm an Aries sun and I feel like I have a lot of very fiery energy. And so I really like to have something where I'm, again, just expressing and taking out that energy in a way that's like not taking it out on someone else. It's not like I have like a lot of like anger or negativity built up within me, but we all have that side of ourselves, right? And so for me, whenever I'm feeling low or whenever I'm feeling not my best, the gym for me is really like a place where I can like take that energy out and feel better mentally. And even when I'm like in a good mood, like even when I'm feeling really good, right? Like I want to put that energy somewhere. And so that's why I really love the gym. The gym for me is really like a safe space where I can take out my energy, where I can again alchemize that energy in a positive way. For me in the past, I definitely used to look at working out as something that I would do just so I can look good. We all wanna look good, we all wanna have our dream body, but for me, when I would look at it from that lens, I wasn't enjoying it as much. Like I wasn't in love with it. Like for me, that's a very much more like fear-based and kind of like ego-based way to look at your fitness journey. If you're constantly worried about how you look and you're comparing yourself to other people because you want to have this body and not your body, you're constantly going to be approaching your fitness goals from a fear-based mindset. You're not going to be enjoying the way that you're going and alchemizing your energy because you're doing it from a fear-based way. But when you're going to the gym and focusing on a specific goal, or you're trying to do something specifically and you're implementing that discipline and you're pushing yourself and you're doing these things from a loving perspective, you're gonna have a totally different relationship with the gym. So that's kind of how I look at it. For me, again, anything that I'm doing, whether it's going to the gym, going on a hike, taking care of my dog, talking to someone, anything, it's always going to be a transfer of energy, and you get to decide whether that transfer of energy or that alchemy of energy is going to be positive or negative. Like for me, mentally, I just feel so much better. I feel lighter when I've worked out throughout my week. So I try to work out maybe like 5 to 6 days a week, but I try not to put too much pressure on myself if I haven't met that goal. Like I really just try to go to the gym when it feels good and natural for me to go. And for me, the more consistent that I'm being, the more natural it feels to want to go to the gym. Try to go as often as possible. On the days where I'm not working out, I usually will like stretch or move my body in some kind of way. You guys know I love doing yoga. I pretty much do yoga every single morning. And again, that for me is another way that I like to alchemize my energy and just really come back. For me, it's really all about coming out of your head and coming back to your body. It just really helps me learn how to be present in all that I'm doing. So going to the gym, stretching regularly, and again, just doing it from a perspective of I don't have to do this, but I want to do it to make myself feel better, right? That is like the perspective that I like to look at it from. So I personally follow a lot of fitness influencers who I really look up to. So I usually will like do some of their workouts. So I'll leave like a link to them down below because I'm not an expert. I'm not a fucking fitness coach or anything. I'm not gonna be able to give you guys like really good workouts. But for me, I do really like just going, just kind of feeling it out. And I really just try to push myself as much as I can. And yeah, that's just kind of like my philosophy and my approach as far as the gym goes. We'll talk a little bit more about like my philosophy as far as eating and all that stuff goes a little bit later. That's good. That's good. I was actually shocked when I first tried these bagels because they're gluten-free, but they're actually really good. Like they're not just like regular bagels, but they're like, they get the job done. Guys, I just got back home. It's like 5:30ish right now. I've been running around doing a million different things because I'm leaving on a trip tomorrow, so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I still have a lot to do. I need to pack and plan my outfits and book some stuff. So a little bit stressed out, but it's fine. I just sat down and did some meditation for a little bit because I just need to like breathe and like recalibrate. I definitely suggest if you're ever like having a really busy day, just literally sit down for like 5 minutes and just breathe, like focus on your breath, take really deep breaths. Like meditation just makes a huge difference for me, at least whenever I'm just having a really stressful and overwhelming day. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm getting really hungry though, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and make my like late lunch. It's like 5, so it's like kind of like an early dinner. I think I'm gonna do my HelloFresh meal. They're actually the sponsor of today's video, and they're just super convenient and easy. I don't really feel like figuring out what I want to eat right now, and I obviously don't have time to go to the grocery store. So eating HelloFresh is gonna save me a lot of time. Their meals only take like 30 minutes to make. Some of them are even less actually. So it's super easy, super convenient, and all their meals are just delicious. Like I still order their vegetarian meals, and every single meal that I've had from them, I absolutely love. Like they have such a wide variety of meals that you can choose from. And for me, I get bored really easily, especially when I was eating vegetarian. Like I just didn't know what to make for myself. So I love HelloFresh because all their meals you know are gonna be good, and you know that they're gonna be different, like something that you probably never had before, or something like just something new to like spice up your meals. I'm still trying to decide what exactly I want to eat tonight. I don't know. These all look so good. Okay, so they have one pot Mexican black bean soup, which looks delicious. They also have an apricot, almond, and chickpea tagine. This one looks really good. I love chickpeas. And then there's an edamame and cauliflower fritters dish, which this one looks pretty good too. I love cauliflower, like cauliflower wings. But I think I'm gonna do the chickpea dish just because I'm craving chickpeas right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and make this. That looks delicious. Oh my God, I'm so excited to eat this. Okay, let's go. I'm so sorry, I literally already started eating this before I recorded. This is so good. Like, it actually tastes really, really good. The spices are like perfect. I don't know how HelloFresh does this like every single time, but seriously, like I said, every single meal that I've eaten from them, I've absolutely loved. So I love that HelloFresh gives you the ingredients like pre-packaged, so you're only using like what you get versus wasting food. And also the packaging that they give you the stuff in is recyclable material, which is really nice. So just love that it's like a little bit more of a sustainable option than like, for me, again, over shopping, which I always gonna do. So yeah, guys, definitely go check them out. I will leave a discount code on the screen, which will give you guys up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts, which is a lot of free stuff. And yeah, thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna get back to eating my dinner and then I'll talk to you guys. So I just finished my food. It was so good. I just wanna talk to you guys a little bit about like my philosophy when it comes to food. I'm just very much a big believer, like I said, like everything is energy. And so what you're putting in your body is very much going to affect how you feel mentally and spiritually. And so for me, obviously I'm not perfect by any means. I'm like eating meat now. I'm still trying to like figure out my own diet, but I just try to really make sure that whatever I'm putting in my body, for the most part, is going to make me feel good. Not only like physically, like something healthy, but also like the effort and the energy that I'm putting into my food. Like I want to make sure that I'm being aware of how I'm preparing my food and all that stuff. So I know like what I'm putting into my body is actually going to nourish me like spiritually as well, right? Because again, you literally are what you eat. And if you're like maybe rushing and you're trying to prepare your food really quickly and you're just like not taking time and care to actually prepare your food and you're not actually caring like what you're putting into your body, like all that stuff is going to affect you. It's going to make a huge difference. And for me especially, I feel like when I'm eating foods that are very much processed and very like, especially like when I eat like a lot of fast food, I notice a huge difference just in the way that I feel not only more tired and just like gross physically, but for me mentally and energetically, I don't feel as good. Like I feel like I can actually feel, I feel like for me, the more inward I've started to go like in my spiritual journey, the more I've been able to really tune into like the vibration of the food that I'm eating, which sounds so silly, but it does make a huge difference and you can definitely notice that. And so for me, like now that I'm eating meat again, it's been a huge transition for me because I used to always say that I do feel like when you're eating meat, you can definitely feel like the energy that the animal was experiencing when they were being raised or when they were being killed. So like when animals, for me, I'm a big believer at least, that like when animals are being killed in a certain way, when they're being raised a certain way, like so for us in America, most of our meat comes from factory farms. A lot of that energy in that meat, you can definitely feel it. Like you can, like that passes off to you, right? Like energy cannot be created or destroyed. So that passes off to you when you're eating that, when you're eating that meat from animals that are not being raised well. So now that I'm starting to eat more animal products, I'm definitely at least trying to pay attention to where the animal products are coming from. So for me, I try to find meat that is humanely raised and that does not have a lot of hormones added to it. And obviously it's not, you're never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna find meat that's like perfectly raised, and sometimes you're gonna probably go out to eat and you're gonna have meat that's like not raised well or whatever. But for the most part, I think when you're really just trying to pay attention to what you're putting in your body, it does make a huge difference. That's currently how I'm eating. Again, it's not like, I never will say my diet is perfect because it's not, but I just try to eat what works best for me, and again, just like what makes me feel the best. And I think if you're paying attention to not only again how you feel, but how your skin looks, how your body is operating, like if you're just paying attention to your body will tell you whether you are eating the foods that you need to be eating or not. So everyone is different. Eat what works best for you. And again, just like with everything, like when it comes to your fitness, do what's best for you because only you really know what you need. I also will say, because I'm kind of on this fitness journey, I don't know if I already said this before, but I do track my macros and my calories. So I track everything on LifeSum. And that for me just really helps me make sure that I'm eating enough since I am trying to put on weight and muscle. So that's definitely been very, very effective for me. I will say, like, I have noticed the biggest difference in me reaching my fitness goals because I've started using the LifeSum app. Like that for me is the only way that I'm going to for sure hit my calorie count, my macro count every single day. So I just try to be as consistent as possible with it. All right, let's see what you think.
Okay, I gotta get a good mix. It's like hard, it's like foam off the fork.
Is it good? You like it?
Let's go.
So I just finished packing, and according to my LifeSum, I still need to eat 430 calories today and like a lot more protein. They make it super easy to track everything, and I like to make sure that I record all my stuff after I've eaten, so it's like not getting too much in the way of like, for me, like mentally what I'm eating. Like I still like want to eat intuitively, eat what I want, and then like towards around this time of night, like 8, 9, I'll look at my calories and see how much more I need to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat some leftover food since I'm about to be leaving, going on my trip tomorrow, and I need to finish eating my leftovers. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat this pasta that I got from Trader Joe's the other day. It's like this brown rice lentil pasta. It's like high in protein. Of course, it's gluten-free. So I'm gonna heat that up and add some like pesto to it or something and eat that, and then maybe do some like kind of like sweet snack before I go to sleep. So I just like to take a picture of the scale, and then I'll go in and record this after I eat my meal, so I don't have to like worry about it before.